Typically on this channel, I create start to finish walkthrough style tutorials for various job specific skills or hard skills. I wanted to try something a little different with this video. As a developer, the weekly skills I'm teaching are very important, but many companies are willing to let you learn some of these skills on the job. Of course, this depends on the company as well as the specific skills you may need to work at that company. But an area that's often overlooked are soft skills. So in this video, we're going to walk through what I believe are the 10 most important soft skills for a full stack web developer. I'm Thomas with Brain Trust Digital. I'm a full stack developer obsessed with learning. If you're interested in learning full stack development, please consider subscribing below. It would mean the world to me if you do so, as well as sharing this with a friend you think would be interested in this type of content. First on my list is communication. Communication is key, whether it be communication with your team or communication with stakeholders or other departments. The ability to take a complex problem and explain it simply to a non-technical person is a very valuable skill. It's something actually I continue to work on myself. The next soft skill on my list is being a good teammate. Being a good teammate means you don't want to jump to conclusions. Be empathetic of your team. Try to put yourself in their shoes. A lot of times, simply being a good teammate will improve your communication. You take the time to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, these two skills kind of go hand in hand. The next skill on my list is being a logical problem solver. This one's kind of a no-brainer. As a full stack web developer, you're going to be constantly solving problems. So being a good logical problem solver is only going to make you more efficient. There are some concrete ways you can work on improving your logical problem solving skills, like studying design patterns, for example. Other ways that I find kind of more fun is Sudoku puzzles. I just find that that's a relaxing way for me to continue to exercise this portion of my brain, but also don't feel the stress or like I'm working. So I just have one of those little books and I carry it with me everywhere. And if I'm waiting for the plane or whatever, I'll just try and solve a puzzle. Whatever works for you though, just find something that challenges you to continue to exercise this portion of your brain. The fourth on my list is patience. Now, obviously you want to have patience with your team as well as your management, your company, but also patience with yourself. Full stack development is a wide scope of knowledge. You have to have patience with yourself and understand you're not going to learn everything overnight. Break things up into smaller problems and be patient with yourself, giving yourself the time you need to learn each specific topic. Sometimes it's going to take weeks or months to learn a topic thoroughly, but you have to understand that's just part of the process. So take the time. Don't get frustrated if you don't think you're learning something quick enough. Just take the time to learn at your own pace and be patient with yourself. Just as long as you're continually improving yourself, that's what's important. Next on my list, I had a passion for continued education. This is arguably one of the most important skills in my personal opinion. Web development is a moving target. It's constantly changing. There's always a new JavaScript framework every 2 days, and there's a lot to learn. So you have to be passionate about continuing to learn because nothing in this field is stagnant. Everything's always changing and adapting, and you've got to be passionate to continue to want to learn about different things and continue to evolve as everything continues to change. This is a skill that can really separate you from the pack. Being passionate about learning will make it much easier to spend nights or weekends researching something or reading a book or watching YouTube channel, for example. In my opinion, is like a developer superpower. That iterative improvement always pays off given enough time. Next on my list was accountability. But not accountability in the sense of we need to blame Jimmy for this bug. Instead, I'm defining accountability here as a sort of combination of responsibility and transparency. So be responsible for the tasks that you're assigned, but be transparent enough, or don't be afraid to be transparent enough to express your shortcomings or where you may need help. It's a common problem in my experience in web development, where everybody wants to be the smartest person in the room. So no one wants to admit faults or shortcomings or various knowledge gaps. Me, I try to take the opposite approach. I'll be the first person to tell you if I don't think I know how to do something, or if I don't think I'm confident in a specific skill set. This helps your team understand how they can help you, as well as the expectations in terms of time. Like, yes, I can take this skill, but it might take me a little longer to learn. If we're on a tight deadline, maybe we need to pass this off to somebody who's more efficient at this specific skill, and I could watch over the shoulder to improve myself during that time. I just want to interrupt for 1 second and see if you're finding value. Please subscribe below, hit the like button, turn on the bell notification for future notifications of content like this. And if you are, we have a limited time offer. Our coworker here, Bear, will perform 1 trick per subscriber. Yes. Down. Yes. Roll over. Good boy. You're the goodest boy. Good boy. Down. Oh my gosh. We're going viral, Bear. The next one on my list is being humble. This kind of goes along with that transparency portion of the previous accountability item on my list. You can't expect yourself to know everything, so don't pretend like you do. Be willing to ask for help. Be willing to admit your shortcomings. Don't be too proud to say that you're not as confident in a specific topic. From a management's perspective, they're going to understand then if this is going to take you a little bit longer. They're not going to think you're just wasting time. They're going to say like, oh, this person is trying to learn and improve themselves while it's not a topic that they understand really well, so it's not going to be as fast as they would typically produce work for me. I know going into that it's going to take them longer to complete this task because they were humble enough to be honest and open with me that they need to do research before being able to complete the task. The next skill that's super important is time management. As a full stack developer, you will have tons of tasks at various levels of the stack with varying levels of difficulty. So the ability to be able to organize that and manage your time effectively is crucial. The second to last item on my personal list is perseverance. You often get problems that are very challenging. Sometimes you spend days just to find out there's a simple typo. Other times you need to spend days researching to learn enough about a topic to make an educated decision. So having the perseverance to power through those tough problems where you can't figure out what's going on or how to solve this particular problem, and just kind of writing that out until eventually you solve the problem is kind of an area that will really help build up your self-confidence as a full stack developer. So having that perseverance is really key, in my opinion, to be able to get to that point where you can have the confidence in yourself. And the last one I had on my list is work ethic. In web development, and really any profession, you can overcome a lot of shortcomings with an excellent work ethic. There's so much to learn, and web development is always changing. So if you can just throw work ethic at figuring out problems or learning new technologies, you're really gonna help yourself get ahead of the game. So that's my list. Let me know if you agree or you disagree. And also maybe just in the comments, if you could put like your number 1 soft skill that you think is important. And I know this is a different type of video, so let me know what you think about it. I'm trying to figure out if this might be something that would be helpful to people or beneficial. Just let me know in the comments below. Thank you.